Okay. Time to do the usual thing here. Should just take a moment. Oh, where are we at? Okay. Okay, got that. Okay, just getting just let you know the community tab and stream. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we got everything there. So, hey everyone, welcome. I know I wasn't here last week. Main reason I wasn't was because it was a 2 hour episode, and through that, with like Hell's Kitchen and everything, it kind of made it hard to do it as I would have had to literally stop in the middle of stream to do Hell's Kitchen. Hey, Will, glad you could join us. Yep, we are about 30 minutes from the start of the live stream, or the start of the episode. Or at least it should be. Just double checking. I don't think I got any indication that it wasn't on. Yep, it's 8 to 9 Eastern. But yeah, we are about 25 minutes from the start of the episode. In Canada, US starts at 9 Eastern. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so that's interesting. It's like an hour back. Huh. But yeah, it's about 30 minutes from the start of the episode, though. I'll be honest, like, I'm probably not going to pay that much attention. I should probably move this back a little bit. Yeah. Actually, no. Though, truth be told, I'm probably not going to do that much commentating on the episode because, one, I am watching Hell's Kitchen again at the same time, and I feel like that's probably going to eat up more of my attention anyway. But also because it's like there's not that much going on in the episode. It's literally just it's all coming down to what MJ does, which I think should be pretty obvious based off how the way she's been talking. I never know. So yeah, I will be watching the Hell's Kitchen episode and then doing a stream with Flynn and company afterwards. Which, speaking of which, we actually have a special guest on there tonight. It is Hannah who is on this season, so be interesting to talk to a player here. I'm just doing more setup stuff. Yeah, that's good. And then okay, and that is 8. Yep. Okay. Hey, King Duck. Glad you could join us here. Where do I stream Hell's Kitchen? I believe I heard there's a link somewhere. the points towards it. Let me, or was I thinking about Survivor yesterday? So unfortunately, like when it comes to like US shows, like I'm bad when it comes to I'm pretty bad when it comes to like knowing like unofficial ways to watch it, because with US shows at least, like I have cable, so I'm able to watch it through there. And even outside of that, I have like Hulu. Like if you have Hulu, like it's on next day. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything for HK. But anyway, so to answer your question, it's looking like Rabina's going home. Uh, MJ was already leaning Rabina for a lot of the week. There was a Rabina did have a conversation with her, and actually made some good points about how like Can's more likely to win Final HOH, how Can's more likely to cut her and stuff like that. But like MJ doesn't seem to buy it, and a lot of it's because Rabina simply waited too long to decide. So it is looking like Rabina's going home here, nothing too flashy, which will obviously give us a Cam Chelsea MJ final three. And we'll see we'll see what happens from there. That's what it's looking like it's happening. But yeah, I do apologize. I don't have any unofficial ways to watch US shows really. But yeah, that's what will be happening tonight here. I also just finished making the Survivor video for the week. It's now on. Wasn't that already official? Huh. But I literally just finished making the Survivor video now. So again, if you're a YouTube member, you can watch that now. Otherwise, it will be going public on Saturday morning. And then for the HK video, those usually come out on Monday morning. I may change that. I don't know. I may or may not change that after Big Brother ends, but again, we'll see. We're now 20 minutes from. We are about 20 minutes now from the start of the show. But also, Sunday we will also be streaming on Sunday for the finale to Big Brother. So obviously that's another thing to look forward to. I think this is gonna be. I'll be honest, it's gonna be a mostly sleepy stream here. I mean, again, we'll probably get a jury house segment, probably get more of the jury's thoughts here. But really, like, I'm just mostly gonna be paying attention to Big Brother, the Hell's Kitchen for a lot of it, just taking notes on it. And obviously, we'll tune in for MJ's actual decision, see how she decides to go. Which again, it is looking like Rabina will be voted out. MJ votes out Rabina, which is not the right move for MJ here. She should probably be cutting Cam, because I think there's more of a chance that Cam cuts MJ compared to Rabina. Though obviously Cam could also cut Chelsea as well, but so I do think MJ's making a bit of a error here, but that's MJ for you. Anywho, so the Survivor episode was kind of interesting yesterday. With obviously, I guess I should get into spoilers. Spoiler for Survivor if you've not already watched it. Three, two, one. So it was pretty interesting how Keyshawn was the boot here last night. But at the same time, like I think, and this is probably not unexpected, but so I went on to the Edgic subreddit after last night's episode, and there were just people like going all over the place about Genevieve. Like there were Genevieve truthers before this episode, like, and I read some of the posts on the subreddit there. Like, and a lot of it was like, okay, people were focusing on like camera shots. Like, it's like, oh, Genevieve doesn't talk much, but man, the camera keeps cutting to her. Like, I don't think I really like buy that aspect to it. Like, I feel like that's not really enough. But then after this episode, like Genevieve obviously got like a big episode here and seemingly good content. And now people are all the truthers are coming out saying, "Oh, this proves that Genevieve's winning." But I don't really see it that way. Like, and I talk about this in the video too. Like, I feel like Genevieve's content was mostly circumstantial here. Like, it felt like it was only there because Genevieve was a key factor behind the actual vote here. And I think as well, like you could actually, I thought at one point that there was a shot Genevieve could have been the target before the immunity challenge, considering she talked about how like if Rome keeps this up, if he keeps like being Rome, then it's going to blow back on me. And I worried that could have led to her being targeted here, but obviously it didn't. Um but I don't think Genevieve's winning. I think her content here was just a bit too circumstantial. But it was still funny seeing like all the people like coming out of the woodwork to be like, "See, I told you. I told you Genevieve was winning." I still don't really buy it though. But it was also interesting reading Keyshawn's exit interview where apparently like Genevieve did have this really good relationship with Keyshawn and Teeny. And that was a big reason why during the last tribal, the age around, that they didn't that neither him nor Teeny considered pulling the trigger on Genevieve because that seemed like it could have been like a viable move, like where it's like, okay, Rome has the idol, like there's no way he's not playing it on himself. Keyshawn even says in his exit interview that Rome was only ever going to play that idol on himself. But yet, despite having Genevieve on the table, like they don't even like consider it. Like they pretty much consider it purely a Asia versus Saul decision. So I think it was interesting hearing like that aspect to it. Like now knowing that Genevieve did have this good relationship with Keyshawn and Teeny. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good on Genevieve from a gameplay perspective. That she was able to at least branch out like beyond working with Rome, but also bad because we haven't really seen it on the show. Even this episode, we didn't really see it. What's this? I'm just seeing your Twitter thing, well, that you posted on the Discord. Derek will make an appearance in tomorrow night's clip show airing at 8 p.m. Derek will deliver top secret messages to the final three, which play a vital role in the conclusion of the BBAI twist. Okay. So is it going to be like Derek? Is it going to be like an AI Derek delivering the message? That'll be kind of weird. But yeah, that's cool. Like, I mean, we just got Cody. We got Cody appearing on the show last year, like through Reindeer Games. So again, good to see Derek back on. Um, so I've also been working on the player ranking for this season. Like I've started recording it. Haven't finished yet. But it's definitely been an interesting ranking so far, to say the least. And it'll be pretty interesting to share with y'all when it comes out. Like the bottom people should be somewhat obvious. Like the bottom three should be pretty obvious. There's definitely a debate on the order for sure. Like, I do I may expect a bit of disagreement when it comes to the actual order of things, but uh Cody was on the season. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was on the recap show. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, he was on that. So yeah, I mean, good to complete the full circle there. But yeah, I started recording the player ranking. I got up to number 11 or 10, I think. Bit of a slow start, but I'm hoping to record more like tomorrow because I definitely want to get up. I want to at least get caught up to so that I'm not having to like scramble to record the very last second. So I got up through I finished number 11. Actually, I may have to redo one of them like cuz yeah, I'm probably going to redo one of them, but that's all right. I do think it gets kind of interesting though later on the list, considering I think when it comes to like the a lot of the jurors, I think there's definitely some debate here over some of the jurors here. Like obviously, like Angela is like very wonky, and I guess as a spoiler alert, like Angela's very low. Like she's not like she's very low for her placement on the season. Like, and I think that should go without saying, but like there was actually a debate for her being a bit higher, but I feel like I couldn't justify it. I feel like she played a pretty bad game, obviously. But beyond that, I think Chemo and Leah are also TMR as Angela 12th. That's not too far from where I have her. So I have her. Yeah, so I think that's actually around where I have her. Like, so I might as well just go over who I recorded so far. So I have Matt last. Matt 16, Lisa 15. It was very close between the two of them. Again, like you can definitely debate Lisa being 16. But I decided to go with Matt because like I feel like he played poorly enough, and mixing that in with the fact that he probably should not have been the first boot, but still made himself the first boot. You have Lisa dead last. Again, I would not be upset. Again, like like people, like I feel like they're close enough to where it's like I wouldn't be that upset with Lisa being dead last, but I feel like I explained why Matt's last good enough. But yeah, I think they're pretty low. Kenny's 14. I mean, for obvious reasons. And then I have Tucker 13. I think that's pretty clear. And then I actually have Angela 12. Yeah, I did consider putting Angela a little bit higher. At least Matt had some allies. I want to save him, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's like the main argument for Lisa being last is obviously Matt had people voting with him at the time he went out, and also yeah, Lisa would have gone home had she not won veto. But Matt was also someone like he had people by his side, but he also turned away people. Like you have Joseph, who Joseph like had this strategy coming into the season of wanting to like cling on to this jock, and he saw Matt as his jock, but then through Matt like being Matt basically and like targeting Angela when she was the HOH, basically like trying to like act like he was the HOH and like just like he had some really bizarre conversations too, but like just Matt being Matt just caused Joseph to turn away from him. You also have Tucker who wanted to build a final two with Matt, like, and the fact that Matt not only turned it down but exposed it to the house and then also try to get Tucker on the block as the renom is again pretty bad. Like he turns Tucker away from him. So like again, like there's definitely pros for Matt's game, but like he's also like he did it entirely to himself. Like Matt made the pantry his HOH room. Yeah, pretty much he did. So like again, like there's again there. I very much considered having Lisa last, but I think Matt did enough bad to where I felt like it was fine having him last instead. But I do have Angela 12, like, and I actually talked quite a bit about her game. Like, I actually considered having her a little bit higher, considering that she at least. So, like, I think some minor things you can give Angela some credit for. Like, I think the big thing is she was at least willing to make moves in the game. Like, I think she knew the game, she knew the show, and she knew the game well enough to where she at least knew what she should be doing. Like, she wins HOH week one. She knows that she has the opportunity to build a power structure. And we see her doing that. Like, she does initially build the collective, and that could have put her in a good spot. The problem is that her own paranoia causes her to, like, kind of dismantle that. And while like she does technically form the power structure, her own paranoia gets her kicked out of that power structure. So obviously that's pretty bad. But she at least knew that she had to like, okay, I'm the first HOH. I have this opportunity to build a power structure. So there's that at least. And then also during Leah's HOH week, like she at least knew that she had to like take a shot at like Chelsea and T-Core. Like Leah was like getting cold feet over there. Like there was a very strong chance that Leah doesn't even like pull the trigger on even putting T-Core on the block. But it was through Angela winning the veto and like at least having some forethought that kind of led her to like using the veto and forcing Leah's hand into putting up T-Core. So it's kind of strange because it's like Angela at least knows what she should be doing at least some of the time. The problem is that she's so emotional and she's so paranoid that she kind of like shoots herself in the foot over and over again, which is obviously a big problem. And again, there's also the fact that she had the veto used on her 3 times. She is on the block every single week except week 1, week 4 where she wins HOH, and then there's week 5 where she wasn't put up, but then every other week she was put up. And then you literally have the second Quinn HOH where she was the target for a lot of the week, and she had the bank on Leah using the veto on her, and Leah very much considered not using the veto on Angela. So I think that's another pretty massive knock there. So again, like I think having Angela at 12 makes a lot of sense here. And then number 11, I have Cedric at number 11. So that's where I got up to in the actual video. But yeah, like it's been an interesting process so far. Anyway, we're less than 5 minutes now. We are less than 5 minutes from the start of the show. So again, see this thing above me, and yeah, we'll be off to the races. So anyway, turn on Hell's Kitchen and turn on Big Brother. Nope. It's Jeopardy on right now. I feel like if MJ Mackenzie wins, she ranks low as a winner because America's veto gave her safety and needed every plus she's winning. Oh yeah, like if MJ wins, she's a terrible winner. Even now, even now, like she's probably gonna be below her placement on the player ranking. I haven't finalized where she's gonna be exactly yet. Right now on my draft, I have her number 5 right now in my draft, but she could probably go below that, I think. Even with her like potentially winning. Like I think she played a pretty bad game, all things considered. And it's like you said, like she was kind of kept safe by America's veto. early on, but even then, is she gets America's veto, isn't put up because of that, but even that, she's kind of kept safe because of that. But even then, in week 3, Cedric still puts her up, even knowing about America's veto, and flushes it. Could have gone home week. Probably would have gone home week 4 had she not won AI Arena. That's pretty bad. And then yeah, it's like she just like is on the bottom for a lot of it, not really being looped in on things, even though she probably should. And then like she just starts like making like really bad decisions left and right. Like she targets Leah and Angela during her HOH, which is such a waste there. Um, but again, she at least turned on T-Core. Like again, she at least drove the vote to take out T-Core there. I mean, that's a minor pro you can give her, but even then, like considering what she does afterwards, it feels like she did it more so to be closer to Chelsea than it did benefit her own game. So like again, you can go on with that. If MJ wins, she's probably the worst winner. I don't think she's the worst winner. She'll be very low on the winner ranking, but I do think there are worse winners than her. I mean, I think Jag's still worse. Jag was literally voted out, and still made suboptimal plays like MJ. Um, I and I think there's a debate for Evil Dick being worse as well, due to how much he was benefited by America's player. Even is she worse than Jordan? I think that's a good question. I think she's worse. I think now that I think about it, she's probably worse than Jordan. I think. So I think she's probably like third from the bottom. I think. Anyway, Chelsea didn't want to include MJ in her plans by having no options in the game. Yeah, yeah, that's another knock against her. Like MJ, like should have been like a swing vote. Like after like Matt went, like she should have been like a number to be picked up, but she never really was during a lot of the early game. MJ worse than Rachel. Again, she's in that ballpark, but I just feel like Rachel made fewer like actively bad decisions compared to MJ. And obviously there's like the Pandora's box thing at Final Six, but I don't I feel like MJ's like A Arena week 4. I feel like that's more egregious than Rachel's being saved by Pandora's box. Anyway, Hell's Kitchen is starting now, so there's that. Anyway, anyway. Anywho, Big Brother starting now. We're getting Julie. And we're going to get straight into the recap here. I'm just moving this camera up a little bit. We're just getting the recap now for both BB and HK. And now, the continuation of Hell's Kitchen. Another Survivor episode Won't spoil. Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. I liked it. Ranking is out now for members. It's going to be on going public on Saturday. All right. We're going to get to the challenge now for HK. Anyway, recap's done with BB. And we're getting straight into the challenge here. On HK and Big Brother, we're getting right back into the veto where it left off. So obviously, we technically don't know MJ won yet, but she's about to win here. All right. Anyway, with the veto comp here. Yep, it looks like it's wrapping up here. Cam got his third strike. Um, Cam got his third strike. Looking like MJ's about to win here. All right, MJ just won the veto here. Not too shocking there. All right, getting to the HK challenge here. Do I have a preference over who goes home? Not really. I think Grabina is more boring of a person, so like her going home is not that big of a deal, but it is the worst game move for MJ in particular. But it will set up for an interesting final three with Cam involved. So like, I think Cam is kind of being slept on by the jury. I don't think he's gonna win, but it would be interesting seeing him like on a runner-up ranking and stuff. So I think so. I guess I prefer Rabina leaving, but it's like I don't really care much at the end of the day. I Yeah, we're just getting Cam being upset here. He really wanted to win that veto. Cam was a runner-up, would be in the middle tier. Oh yeah, I think he'd be like, he's not like a dominant runner-up or anything, but um, most stop watching recaps after double. That's fair. Well, most entertaining left. And we're going to commercial now on Big Brother. We're in the thick of the challenge on HK. It's just a reward challenge. You're just cooking. But yeah, I think again, Camp's not like an overly dominant runner-up, but like I think he's definitely like, I think he's gonna be like, yeah, middle tier is probably like about right for him. Like I think he got his way during a decent chunk of the jury phase. Like he was a key force behind like the Quinn and the T Core plans. Even the Leah plan, I think something he gets a lot of credit for. I think. Anyway, again, a commercial now on HK. So we're currently commercial for both shows. He's close to leaving that 1 week. Uh, what week? What week are you talking about? Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the Leah week? Like where like he could have been like replacement I mean, yeah, that's not ideal, obviously. Like he's definitely like again, it's not like a perfect game, but like I feel like at the point where Leah I feel like you do have to give Cam a lot of credit for like convincing MJ to put up Leah in that spot. Even though he could have been, oh, are you talking the Brooklyn week? Uh I don't know, was he really in that much was he really in that much danger? I mean, he probably would have gone home had Brooklyn won the AI arena more than likely. But like, I mean, that was obviously not an ideal spot, but that would have been in a spot to where he was the secondary target. And even then, like Chelsea had a decent amount of heat on her as well. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, but obviously, like that was like the point. That was definitely like the low point of his game. Like at the point where the Pentagon had blown up and like they were at the bottom and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he would have gone home at Brooklyn, won the arena. That's not particularly great, but like after that, like again, like at the point where like Chelsea recovers, like I think he recovers okay as well. Like again, it's not again. I'm not saying it's like a great game, but it's like it's definitely like a better game than what people are getting him credit for. Anyway, we're now getting a jury house segment on Big Brother. Exciting stuff here. They're currently playing cornhole. Unfortunately, I can't really listen to it because like I have Hell's Kitchen on my AirPods right now. Can't really listen to the show, but I can see what's happening at least. Anyway, Leah's showing up here. Leah and Angela are showing up. Probably gonna chemo showing up, I believe. Anyway, still a commercial for HK. Should be getting back from commercial any moment now. Like, we're currently seeing something for the Masked Singer. Anyway, Chemo's showing up here in the jury house. Anyway, back from commercial for Hell's Kitchen. We're about to get some juicy comp results here. I thought the Leah Angela segment already happened. It did already happen. It happened last week, I believe. But yeah, this is the chemo segment. They're just showing the clips and stuff. Okay. Is there any point on to this or last season where you wanted to give up on the season? So watching way to give updates. Uh, I wouldn't say I gave up on the season, but it was definitely a rough end game to say the least. Looks like Jag is bringing Jag here. Anyway, they're just blowing through this. Sorry, I was just taking notes for HK. Okay, it's gonna go commercial. Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, it was definitely like a slow end game BB25, but like again, I didn't find it particularly difficult to get through though. But Angela Bitter, yeah, like she definitely came off as bitter. She has been coming off as pretty bitter for the most part. Yeah, it's not too surprising considering it's Angela and everything. But funny enough, I lost interest both times after the later double. Uh, but yeah, I think that's usually like a point in the season where things drop off. I mean, I feel like I mean it is a pretty natural point where things like slow down in general. We're still commercial here. Anyway, so back from BB, we're getting Jag here. My favorite got sniped both times. But yeah, right now Jag is speaking with Julie. Anyway, yeah, right now we're getting Shant getting medical attention. Anyway, HK is a commercial. I guess we can listen to a little bit of what Jag's saying. So it's like Jag's just talking about jury scenarios, like just talking about what the jurors might do. All right, Jag was asked, "What was the best move?" Okay, he's saying Chelsea manipulated MJ to target Leah was the best move of the season. Uh, I think that's pretty valid considering MJ was seemed like she was willing to about to play her own game. All right, so Jag is talking about him allowing Felicia to go at the final five. All right, thoughts on the final four? So we just called Cam an enigma. Got a lot of sleeping on Cam here. Got an IG notification from the Queen Leah. Like, why'd you get a thing from Leah? I don't know. Okay. All right, there you go. I mean, so Jag just predicted that Chelsea's gonna win. It's like saying she added something to her story because I followed her. Interesting. So she clearly has her access to her phone in the house, or someone else is managing her account. Like maybe like her sister's managing her account. I don't know. Because wasn't Leah's sister like a big fan? Didn't wasn't that a thing they talked about in the preseason? Anyway, HK is back from commercial. We got a injury report. Got an injury report here on HK. And now they're doing on BB. They're doing the they're doing the promotion to vote for AFP. Yeah, be sure to vote for AFB. Cloudy day out. I'm probably gonna. Oh, I'll probably vote for AFP because I voted for like the America's veto. Like, who's gonna be put up through that? I think Tucker's pretty likely to win. Like, it's only a poll question on the Discord, right? Yeah, I voted for Tucker in the question. Who do you want Leah to win AFB? Oh, I actually have two injuries right now. Wow. Okay. Wow. I just lost two people on HK. Wow. Interesting. Wow, blue team is now down 2. It's probably gonna be a non-limb, probably. This has to be a non-limb at this point. There's no way they're gonna have a third boot, a third person vote out. Yeah, this has to be like a non-limb or something. Hey, Matthew Judon. Interesting choice. All right, service time. Sometimes HK has 2 boots in the same. There already been 2 boots though. Shanka medevaced and then Yuri quit. Well, pulled himself for medical reasons, but we're talking about there being like a third boot in the episode. Yeah, they're not going to eliminate 3 people in one episode. I don't think so. Because we totally need that on the show. No, it was Shant got medevaced, and then Yuri pulled himself for medical reasons as well. So they lost 2 people right before service. Anyway, more game talk and stuff. Right. Anyway, HK's at commercial right now. Just getting to the heart of service here. Big Brother, we're just seeing some game talks right here. We have Chelsea and MJ talking. Assuming this is Chelsea trying to convince MJ to target Rubina over Cam. Are you ever able to catch some of their live stuff? Are you talking on Big Brother? Or are you mean on Instagram? I mean, I don't use Instagram, so I don't really I'm not really up to speed when it comes to that. But yeah, like HK, I am expecting it to be like a non-elim by the end of it, because again, we already lost two people in this episode, so they had an elim, we'd be losing three people. So I don't think anyone's going home. Then also like, actually probably have time to do like a fake ceremony. Just casually remembering the time Kenny followed my Instagram for some reason. Yeah, that's definitely a grab. That's definitely something. That's definitely a good get. Anyway, currently commercial. Let me see if we can catch some of this. It's about to go to commercial probably. Okay, we're getting MJ Cam talk now. Yeah, this was like a really slow week in the feeds, by the way. Like, there's like pretty much like again, like they're literally like playing cards like while they're having this conversation. Like, so like, and again, like it was like one game talk per day, pretty much. And then you have Robina, who literally didn't even talk to MJ until today, even though like she had like what like 4 days where she could have talked to MJ. So it's like there's just like I don't know. I think everyone just wants to go home at this point. That's what it feels like. No one wants to be here anymore. Season's over. Imagine if this was 2 hours, like this episode. Like what a disaster that would have been. Anyway, HK back for commercial. Well, not my reason for auditioning is gonna be that Kenny follows me. Maybe relate to America, but thinking again, I don't think I am. In a way, Julie's just doing a PSA about. She's just talking about the hurricane that just happened. It would be such a plot twist if I found out one day we're cousins. That would be a plot twist. Okay. Even though I feel like I don't fit into an archetype in the show, I feel like it's gonna take more than a year to get accepted. Uh, Again, like, yeah, I feel like Big Brother is like, I feel like it's definitely harder to get onto the show if you don't fit into a certain archetype. But yeah, I mean, like, definitely go for it, mate. Like, you can definitely, you would definitely be a good addition to the show. Anyway, we're getting back from commercial here. We're getting straight to this veto meeting. Again, I didn't even bother to do this, but again, we could technically just swap it out here. So technically, MJ's still on the block. Okay, time for the veto meeting. All right, there we go. MJ has used the veto on herself, and Rabina is now on the block. Probably gonna get a commercial here. Used to think. All right, time to get to the actual eviction here. All right, we're currently commercial in HK, so Julie, they have to hurry this up. All right, time to gain straight into these pitches here. All right. The dog's in the crib. Yeah, they're making a whole meal about this dog's in the crib thing. All right, Bina's giving her speech. All right, time for the decision. Okay, MJ, Julie, why are you taking so long here? I'm gonna rewind that. There you have it. There you have it. MJ votes to evict Rabina. Again, not too shocking. I mean, that seems to be where she was leaning for a lot of it here. Again, not ideal, but have to take what you can get. Anyway, I do have to get back on to HK. It restarted, so I have to get back to where. Why is it zoomed out like that? That's annoying. All right, looks like we're gonna have a pretty smooth service here. All right. All right, server just finished. I'm a little behind. Anyway. Yeah. All right. All right, let's see what chat's saying. Hopefully the show's still around in BB32. I think it'll be. Anyway, HK's at commercial here. Again, I think it's probably gonna be on on a limb, but we'll see. Do you think Cam won't win the season if he gets final two? I think it's unlikely he wins at this point. It doesn't seem like the jury respects him that much. I'm not going to delete Rubina just for the sake of the for Sunday stream. Anyway, getting straight to the HK nominations. I don't think this is gonna be an elimination. I'd be shocked if he. Yeah, it's 857. Like they're gonna put up noms and then there's gonna be non-elim. All right, Corbin, Egypt noms makes sense. Anyway, BB, we're just gonna get the message from Derek. Oh wow, they actually evicted Corbin here. Wow, they actually evicted 3 people. I didn't think they'd do 3 eliminations. So they're probably. How many episodes this season? So they're just gonna have more non-limbs? Because they have to. They had to. They're going to have non-limbs or something. That's gonna suck. Wow, I was not expecting them. Oh, I didn't see the promo. Is that Lulu? Oh my god, that's Lulu. Yeah, it's so obvious. Okay, so we got confirmation that Taylor is hosting the roundtable here. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so everything's over now. I turn off my phones and everything. Yeah, that was interesting. Again, obviously poll implications here. Yeah, I'll at least update the roundtable poll questions. So good thing I had like a Taylor option there. So who voted for a lot of questions? That's as of Sunday morning. Okay. I'm just gonna update this real fast and then I'll hop on to the stream here. So okay. Only one person voted for Taylor. That is wild. Okay. There will be non-limbs. Yes, Corbin was eliminated. They actually did evict 3 people in this episode, so I think the likely winners on the red team. I wouldn't say that just yet. I'm actually about to hop over to the other stream, so I do have to hop off. But yeah, interesting stuff. I'll be back on Sunday for the finale. Should be good there. And yeah, join me over on Flipmaster's channel. We'll be doing a live stream for Hell's Kitchen. And yeah, see ya.